I mean, I've never used the Craigslist personal.
W4MW.
Yeah, well, I don't know what that is.
W4MW.
But like, I mean, can either of you speak to like an experience of using the Craigslist personal?
Hi, I'm Megan Edwards and welcome to BareTalkTV. So today we are talking about Craigslist, and on Friday, the US banned the personals page because of a lot of issues with sex trafficking. What do you guys think about this whole situation? I know there's very many opinions.
Well, I think of this sort of on the grander scheme of things in terms of sex workers. So we know that sex workers probably use or do use Craigslist a lot for their work, and I come from the position that sex work is real work and we need to create a safe environment. And this is not helping. I mean, there needs to be more done to create a safe environment for sex workers, but if we don't do that, then they're just going to find other ways if Craigslist personals are shut down. So I think it's a larger issue, and I think the shutdown of personals is just a Band-Aid that's not really going to fix anything.
Right, yeah.
Well, the thing is, I think from what I'm understanding is it's more to prevent child sex trafficking. And I can see that this might be a step towards that. But what I do hope is that government doesn't say, okay, it's all good now, it's all solved. Like, I hope that this isn't, okay, well, here's what we've done. Because this isn't what you've done. This is a little step. But the problem of sex trafficking is much bigger than Craigslist.
And doesn't it happen more on like the dark web? So when I think of child trafficking, I think of it more happening on the dark web, whereas Craigslist personals I thought were used more for like escorts, sort of like a back page type thing. Maybe I'm incorrect, but I really feel like shutting down Craigslist personals does not help with
And I am going to say
children.
that they didn't shut it down in Canada. This is just in the USA, just an FYI.
We're fine with trafficking.
Yes,
Canada.
as you said before.
Well,
it seems to be okay here.
Well, I know that this is something that is getting more and more awareness, and more people are getting involved in trying to see what is going on with sex trafficking.
Even
but there is
on planes.
But there is a difference between sex trafficking and people who are working sexually to pay their bills. There's a difference between those two things.
Well, and what about also people who are actually using the personals? I mean, I've never used the Craigslist personals.
W4MW.
Yeah, well, I don't know what that is.
W4MW.
But like, I mean, can either of you speak to like an experience of using the Craigslist personals where it's helped you?
For me personally, it scares me just a little bit. It's like similar to my Tinder issue.
Right.
I mean, fuck, if you want to do it, go ahead. That's fine. But for me, that makes me a little nervy. But I mean, people do just use it just for, their weekend
real stuff.
Like, they're like, hey, this weekend I wanted
Not everyone's bad.
I want an M for W.
You wanted
M for W. I want a D for
D. What's a D for?
At first I thought these were cars. These are cars, these M's, but it's like, no, I understand what that is now. But I mean, I have both sold and bought motorcycles off of Craigslist, and that was really fun. I've used Craigslist for other types of fun as well. As a consenting adult, or we're able to do that. If this is seriously going to help stop trafficking, I'm willing to give up my little fun I might have every once in a while with Craigslist. Not a big deal. If it seriously is going to help somebody else, of course we can give that up, right?
I think it's a Band-Aid.
My fear is that we think then, okay, well, we've done something great, we can move on. No, we can't move on.
To the next subject.
There's a problem going on, and this is not going to address the entirety of that problem.
So I brought up stewardesses. So stewardesses on planes, like with Air Canada, are trained to spot what could be potentially trafficking of humans or like sex trafficking on planes. So wouldn't it make more sense to keep Craigslist personals open and use this as a way to find sex traffickers? Because now, how are you going to capture these people? It's going to be even harder. And so if the majority of people are using this for what it's meant to be, let them, and then also use it to capture those shitty people in society who need to be put behind
Well, they were
bars.
doing it. Wasn't there a TV show where they bait basically men?
Dateline.
Yeah, and they get they're like, I'm only 14, and then the guy comes and meets, and then they get the guy in trouble, whatever. Yeah, I think it's unfortunate that can't really happen. How are they going to do it now?
Yeah, I think there's a few issues here. And again, like, sex work is real work, and we need to create a safe environment for sex workers. And I don't think this Band-Aid solution of just shutting down Craigslist personals is helping anybody.
Totally. Well, what do you think? Let us know. Click on the link below. I'm Megan Edwards, and that was BareTalkTV.